We're halfway through, and this has been very fast.
Yeah, like I said, like pretty much even I surprised myself with like how fast I was going. Cause like I said, like when I told Barney like when I told Barney about like how well my first like practice run of this game went and everything, like even he was surprised by like just how fast I was able to beat the first quest and like literally almost like under 2 hours and such.
Hey! At least, hey! I did the same thing with Lost Levels. Remember when we did Lost Levels again?
Yeah, we did. Actually, yeah, like, yeah, when we did Lost Levels again, like, pretty much you and me are also able to, like, beat that game in almost under 2 hours as well, too.
Yeah, because I love Lost Levels. I think that game gets a lot of hate, and I understand why. There are some parts of it that are bullshit. I do agree. But compared to the Mario 2 that we got, come on, give me Lost Levels, because I do love Mario 2 USA, but the problem is, after a while it gets very repetitive, and after a while I'm sitting here yawning and getting bored of that game.
Yeah, I understand, because, like, yeah, pretty much I'm also one of the minority that, like, I actually prefer Lost Levels a little bit more than, like, the US version of Mario 2.
And I'm one of those people, actually. Now, if I was a kid, I would have said USA for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, that's true. Alright, so before we move on and do the other dungeons real quick and everything, there is actually a piece of there is actually like 2 heart containers I want to get real quick, and it's with these 2 heart containers that pretty much it's gonna help us get a much better and final sword for the game. So let's go ahead and get those 2 heart containers. One is actually coming up right up here, actually.
The Master Sword.
Yep. Actually, no, like, pretty much, like, in this game, like, it's not the Master Sword, it's the Magical Sword, actually.
Magical Sword, that's right,
yeah.
My bad.
Actually, yeah, no, you're not alone in, like, calling the Magical Sword the Master Sword, because, like, pretty much after, like, Link to the Past, and definitely, like, after Ocarina of Time and everything, I think that's why most Zelda fans, like, pretty much have been calling, like, the Magical Sword to this point, because pretty much, like, yeah, it is kind of like, the Master Sword in a sort of way, because, like, yeah, it is a very strong sword. It's like, the each strongest sword you can get out of the whole entire game. And
to be honest, give me that sword over the sword in the stone. Get it?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. So, honestly, you know what? Yeah, okay. So, for this one, I'm actually gonna show off, one of the secrets that you can actually, secrets that you can find in the, overworld, actually. So, I'm gonna go back, yeah, I'm gonna go all the way back over here real quick. Kill some enemies in the meantime. I think, yeah. I'm gonna go back to having 200 rubies at the end of this, so... Yeah, pretty much, like, as you can see, sometimes, like, it's very easy to earn, like, rubies in this game. Although, of course, there are also other times where pretty much, like, depending on the game and everything, like, sometimes it can also be, like, a little bit tricky as well, too, to, like, gain as many rubies as you want, especially, like, again, like, if you're trying to get after, like, certain items in the, game itself. But pretty much, like, in this one and everything, I've been very lucky with, like, the, rubies lately.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Okay, so pretty much if I go up here and such, and if I go around, okay. Now, once you cross this bridge, and pretty much go down, you'll see this cave right here, and if you go inside this cave, you'll have an old woman. Meet the old man at the grave. Now remember that, all right? Can I stab her? No, I can't stab her.
No,
pretty much, I guess Link only has the hatred for old men.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, so pretty much, all right. So the old lady said, "Meet the man at the old grave." Well, there is a grave, but the grave actually is on the path of the Lost Woods. And remember what I said? Like, if you don't remember the path of the Lost Woods, it can actually make the game like a little bit tricky. Well, thankfully, the game also is also aware of this as well too. So pretty much, we go over here, actually.
Wait a second. Am I thinking what I'm thinking?
Yep. If we go right here in this cave. Hey, me, and I'll talk. Now, don't pay her to 10 or to 50. You want to pay her to 30. Go north, west, south, west to the Forest of Maze. There you go. Basically, the game is giving you the directions on, like, how to get out of the Lost Woods, or in this game, the Forest of Maze.
Yeah, this is the part where it can get confusing, so yeah.
It can, but basically, we just follow her directions. So, here's the Lost Woods again. I'm gonna kill these moblins. So, first she said go north. Then we go west. We go south. And we go west one more time. After killing some moblins. There you go. So here we are, the other part of the game, and yeah, there are a lot of Lionels here. So I mean, actually, you can't attack them if you want, but like, yeah, don't really bother here. Now, okay, now this side right here, like, pretty much this little grave site, like, this is one site where, like, you know, if you're running low on rupees and if you want to, like, you know, get some more cash, like, here's what some Zelda fans have done, and this is something that, like, I've started doing as well, too. So try to stun this ghost right here, this guinea, as much as you can. And start waking up the other guineas real quick. And as soon as they start waking up, try to keep this ghost stunned for as long as you can. Alright, now once you try to stab it as many times as possible. There you go.
Ooh, wow.
Yep. So pretty much like, that's one way you can actually, you know, make some rupees, get as many hearts as you can, like pretty much that's one way. So, like, you know, if you're running low on rubies and you want to make some more, there you go. Alright, now pretty much remember what that old lady said about me and the man at a grave? Well, hold on. Alright, you push this tombstone, and there he is.
Yep, the Master Sword.
Yeah, Master using this, and you can have it. Slice off his head. Bye! Alrighty.
I mean, if I was bored, I would have done it.
I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, like, now, pretty much if it was Link, like, I don't think he would have done it, but if it was Bort, then, yeah, Bort would definitely have done it. Because he's Bort. And, yeah, now that we got the Master Sword, yeah, pretty much you saw how easy it was to kill those red Lionels, and, yeah, now even with the, blue Lionels, yeah, now it only takes 2 hits to, get the blue Lionels and such. Alright, we need one more, well, actually, this one, okay, this is another item you don't really need if you don't want it, but pretty much there's another one that's actually nice to have and such. So, pretty much, yeah, we can have Fairy. I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Yep. So, pretty much, if you want to get this item, you can have it, so, here it is, right in here.
Touch.
Touch. Yeah, the power bracelet. And basically, with this power bracelet...
Ooh.
So basically with that power bracelet, if we go on to the other side of the stairs, and push this, a warp zone. So pretty much like, yeah, as I said, take any road you want. If you take any road you want, then pretty much you'll be warped to a different part of the overworld. So it pretty much makes it for, like, you know, a nice little fast travel and such. So the one we want is this one right here. And this, yeah, this is exactly the one that we need. Now, alright, so remember that hint the old man gave us in level 4 when he said walk into the waterfall? Well, if you remember where that waterfall is, it's right over here. Let me get that. Alright, walk into the waterfall, and again, pay me, and I'll talk. Alright, now for this one, you want to give her 20. Go up the mountain ahead. Alrighty. So
yeah, this one's pretty easy, so we gotta go up.
Yep. So pretty much, yeah, as I said right here in the mountain, yeah, all you have to do is just keep on going up. And then once you keep on going up after a certain amount of times...
Gotta keep doing it, because it's gonna take a while.
There you are.
There we go.
This is, alright, here you are, the 5th dungeon.
Let's do this.
Now this dungeon, alright, now this dungeon pretty much is gonna be like, you know, it's gonna set the stage about how the rest of the dungeon, and not only the first quest, but even the second quest of The Legend of Zelda will be played from here on out. So before we get started, yeah, let's go over here first. And today we're gonna meet pole voices. Now, basically, there are two ways you can kill the pole voices. You can either do them with the sword, which, you know, could take a little while, even with the Master Sword. Or
these guys pack a punch. Let me get that out of the way. These
yeah,
guys
they do. They definitely do pack a punch and such. But yeah, so if you want to kill them in just like a one hit, use the bow. However, this is only exclusive in both the North American and the European market. In a Japanese version, however, and again, I'm sure everyone but only 2 people knows this, but anyway. But yeah, in the Japanese version and everything, the Famicom had a built-in microphone for the second player controller. And if you want to kill the pole voices in just one hit and everything, basically all you gotta do is just basically yell into the microphone and bam, they're all gone. But again, that was only in the Japanese version. So if you go right here, we got another old man.
The Dick Dogger hates kind of sound, whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, don't worry. Like, we're actually gonna find out what that means real soon.
I think I know what it is actually, because I already remembered.
But until then, we get to meet another new enemy. It's the not guineas. I forgot what they're called, but like I used to just call them mummies.
That's because that's what they are. They're literally mummies.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty. And okay, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot and see if this works. There we go. Alright, see? Yeah, alright. So that's another way you can kill the Dodongo. All you gotta do is just pretty much, like, you know, just pray and hope that, like, you know, once they run into the bomb, like, they run into it, like, you know, long enough for them to get stunned. And yeah, as you saw right there, if you stun them and stab them, you pretty much you guarantee a bomb, no matter what, from the Dodongo. And actually, I kind of want to go back, so let me kill the Zols real quick. Alright, and we actually have a lot of rubies. Like, I wonder if we could actually buy something else, like, from this game and such. Alright, before we do that, let me go over here. And here's another map. So this one is supposed to be a lizard. Again, I don't see it, but sure, it's a lizard. Let's go with it.
You know what it kind of looks like?
It kind of looks like a Muppet, to be honest.
Well, yeah, technically a Muppet, but something else.
What does it look like to you?
E.T.
Actually, you know what? Like, it could be. Like, it could very much look like a E.T. from the Atari 2600. Yeah.
I've seen gameplay of it. Oh my god, it's bad.
Yeah. And speaking of which, here they are, the blue Darknuts. Now,
you guys
basically I was just gonna say that, like, you know, now that we got the Master Sword and everything, like, yeah, these guys are not really all that bad and such. And even with the White Sword and everything, they're not all that bad, like, pretty much, much like with the orange Darknuts and such, like, yeah, pretty much you just gotta be very careful in that, like, yeah, you don't, like, attack them, like, head on and such. But even then and everything, like, honestly, I really don't find the Darknuts all that bad, to be honest. Honestly, sometimes I kind of find it more of a nuisance than an annoyance. Because, like, yeah, like, once you already know, like, how to kill them and how to, like, you know, go about them and everything, they're not really all that bad at the end of the day. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah, like I said, this is the first dungeon to where pretty much, like, yeah, the dungeons are actually going to be split off into different sections. And in order for you to get those certain sections, you're going to need to find, like, certain stairs in order to get to, like, you know, whatever section you want to get to.
Like I said, my trick with the Darknuts is to not make direct contact with them, because for beginners, these guys can give you an automatic game over if you're not careful.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright, now if you go right over here.
I bet you like to have more bombs.
Now, usually sometimes I don't really get, like, bomb upgrades in the first place, because, like, to be honest, like, you know, to be honest and everything, you'll be just fine, like, if you just want to carry 8 bombs and everything. But seeing as how that I got the money to burn, why not? I'll get more bombs. So pretty much, like, yeah, you went up from 8 to now carrying 12 bombs. Alright, now this one, we actually do need to go in this room, because There's actually another dungeon item in here that again, is actually mandatory to beat the game. Now, I have seen some people kill these Darknuts with the bomb and everything. Sometimes I really don't use bombs all that much on these guys and such, like... yeah, pretty much like this kind of strategy and everything, like, this is where I mostly... Ooh, baby, give me that. Alrighty. Let's see if I can try and keep it. Okay.
Don't bother with the bombs because these guys move a lot and, you know,
yeah.
It's easy for them.
And there we go. I'm doing very well in this game. I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
You're doing much better than I expected, actually.
Yeah. That's saying a lot sometimes, considering me with, like, you know, certain games.
Considering what happened, with games like Super Mario World.
Yeah, get the fucking game!
No, Barney!
No, Barney! No, yeah, no, Barney! Go get a BJ for a BJ! Oh!
Did you know that they changed BJ's name in the reboot to Billy?
Gee, I wonder why. Cause yeah, like, you know, what parent doesn't want to hear their kids say, like, yeah, I love BJ?
Excuse me?
Yeah, excuse me? What? Son, what have you been watching lately? Alright, so pretty much like, yeah, now that we got, oh yeah, like, I forgot to tell you what I forgot. This is the recorder, and yeah, like I said, we are definitely gonna need this to beat the game and everything. But for right now, we don't need to worry about it as of yet. But I am gonna need to kill these mummies again. Okay. And I don't have to worry about the dongles anymore, so let's just go the other way.
To be fair, BJ was named for the creator's father, actually. So it wasn't, you know.
Yeah, I know. Like, pretty much, like, pretty much, like, you know, I understand that, like, you know, most of the names and everything, like, you know, just, pretty much, like, you know, they are just innocent names at the end of the day, like, you know, pretty much, like, you know, we're just doing this for fun and everything, like, you know, we really don't mean any harm at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course. But I will say this: did you know that Baby Bop originally was going to be pink, and she was going to have like a small tooth?
Pink and a small tooth.
Tooth, yeah, a tooth sticking out.
Oh, tooth. Honestly, honestly, I could definitely see like how Baby Bob, like, you know, was originally going to be pink, seeing as, like, you know, she is a female and everything. So I pretty much I can understand, like, you know, and hey, I got the compass. Pretty much I can understand, like, you know, how originally, like, yeah, she was going to be pink in the original show and such.
The reason why that got changed is because the first design they made of her was not good. Like, I've seen some concept art and it's not good. So they demanded that the costume be made more cuter.
Okay.
And that's the way we got the Baby Bop. And actually, she was almost the same height as Barney when she debuted. No joke.
Oh, okay.
And it's so fucking weird, man. If you watch the first season, she's almost as tall as Barney. It's so fucking weird.
Well, Baby Bob, you've really grown since the last time I saw you.
Well, Baby Bob, you grew as high as I did the last time I saw you. Oh boy. Am I the only one that can do the voice? Like, I'm curious. Is there anybody out there that can do the voice? Because it looks like I'm the only one.
Honestly, you know what? Like, you know, I would not be surprised. Like, you know, I'm sure there's, like, you know, honestly, I'm sure there's, like, you know, some other fans, like, out there somewhere that probably could do the voice, like, you know, to this day and everything. And, like, you know, pretty much, like, yeah, like, you know, just all depends. And we got another old man wisdom.
Secret power is said to be in the arrow.
Now, some
yep,
people,
I know.
Yeah, now some people actually believe, like, this is actually, like, supposed to reflect, like, you know, the changes to the pole voices, because, like, originally in the Japanese version and everything, I believe he says something to the to the effect of the secret power says to be in, like, the sound or the voice or whatever. And pretty much like I said, like, you know, because, like, you know, that only happens in the Japanese version, like, they pretty much, like, you know, change it up to, like, you know, be like, you know, hey, like, you know, you could also kill the Pole's voices with the arrow and everything. So, some Zelda fans interpret it that way. Others, like, pretty much others can also take it to mean that, like, maybe he's talking about, like, you know, the silver arrows and, like, pretty much, like, you know, the true power, like, you know, those arrows are and such. So pretty much it's one, like, you know, it's one of those either war type of stuff. And there it is, Dig Dogger. Alrighty, now normally what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to play the recorder in front of him. And once you play the recorder, he gets smaller. And once he gets smaller, that's your time to stab him. However, in a much more easier way to get rid of him, what you want to do, like, place a bomb under him and quickly replay the recorder as fast as you can. And then, yeah, once you do that,
it turns
just
small,
stab him, and there
then
you go. One shot, one kill.
he hates music, so that's basically what the hint was, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, basically, for those wondering and everything, yeah, it's pretty much like the warp whistle that, warp whistle sound effect in Super Mario Bros. 3. Pretty much took inspiration from Legend of Zelda and such. Alrighty, so I can't think of anything else that we need to do at the moment, so... Alrighty, so for that, we're gonna go ahead and go to Dungeon 6. And watch out for the fallen rocks.
And I might as well, you know, give everybody a little bit of an update on Season 9, because I've got some good news.
Yes, go right ahead.
Right now, as of today, I finished recording my thoughts on the music for the season.
Yes, that is true. And as for me and everything, I just finished recording my lines on my review on Toby Feels Left Out and such. Pretty much I've been busy with just, like, work and other life and everything, but pretty much, like, yeah, rest assured that, like, you know, pretty much the Season 9 review is coming along as smoothly as possible and such.
Yeah, it's coming along, and hopefully we'll have it done for the 80th anniversary, which, you know...
Yeah, pretty much we're hoping, but like I said, anything could change, and if anything does change, we'll definitely keep you guys updated. And actually, yeah, there's a little, interesting little fact about this dungeon. So, pretty much... I didn't mean to activate you. So, pretty much you could either, like, enter through the, this entrance right here. Let me see if I can remember which one was it. Was it this one? No. Yeah. Okay. You die. Which one was it? What did I in the secret staircase? Is this one? There it is. Alright. So if you go in the secret staircase, you enter this one here too. You can go get out of here. No.
Oh!
Yep, here we are, the Whiz Robes. Pretty much the enemy and everything that pretty much made most Legend of Zelda first timers like quit the game. And honestly, I was one of them.
Aim at the eyes of Gothma.
Yep. So pretty much this is the reason why we need a bow and arrow and such to beat this dungeon's boss and such.
This guy, alright, this boss is annoying. To me, this is my least favorite boss.
Honestly, okay, like, at least in terms of this version of Goma that we're gonna be seeing, honestly, the version of Goma that we're gonna be seeing and everything, he's really a joke. But all the other versions of Goma that we're gonna be, wow.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, okay, so pretty much, like, alright. So, for certain enemies and everything, if you kill one enemy, aka the Master, then pretty much if you kill the master of that enemy, then all the other enemies disappear and such. So pretty much that was the reason why all the other Whiz Robes disappeared and such, was because I killed the master. And so pretty much I got lucky to kill that master right off the bat. And another stopwatch, wow.
2 in a row, wow.
Pretty much, like, seriously, like, you know, I did not get this many stopwatches, like, you know, during like both practice on like the Legend of Zelda and everything. So like I'm very surprised I'm getting these like left to right all of a sudden. Alright, we do need this key. Alrighty, not this one, but the very next one. Here we are, the blue ones and the likes.
The blue ones, as long as they don't see you directly, you should be good.
Yes. But pretty much even then, like, they can still be, pretty annoying, because, like, yeah, as you can see, they like to fly around a lot and everything, and sometimes, like, they can actually mess you up a little bit.
Ooh, careful with the lights.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to stun them. And pretty much, yeah, I just found out about the legs that, like, yeah, they also really don't leave you that much items as well, too. So pretty much, like, yeah, when I find out and everything, like, yeah, legs are just another enemy to where, like, honestly, like, it's not really worth killing them, much like these wish ropes. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here as fast as I can. Because, like, yeah, they don't really give you anything at the end of the day, so don't even bother.
Don't even bother with them, actually. They're the most dangerous enemy for a reason, so...
There we go. I'll take that hard.
Even the wisp ropes, as much as annoying as they can be, they're nothing compared to the legs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna need to go up. I forgot what this is supposed to be in the shape of. I want to say lion, but I don't think so. I actually, no, yeah, because no, like, a Dungeon 8 is a lion.
Yeah, if they see you directly, they're gonna start firing, and these guys can give you a quick game over if you're not careful. So.
Yeah, pretty much. And I actually do need to kill them, because, like, this is where the dungeon item is at. And again, this is another one where, like, technically you don't need it if you don't want it, but, like because I did say that, like, I'm gonna get every single dungeon item, I had to get this one. So...
I think I know what it is, but anyway.
Well, let's see. So for this one, we're getting the magical rod.
Yep.
Now, as of right now, the magical rod, like, the only thing you could really do is just, like, you can't actually use it against, like, certain enemies, like, the keys and the likes and such. But pretty much, like, yeah, that's the only thing you could really, use the magical rod for now. Because, like, you can't, but pretty soon, there will be another item and everything, coming up real soon to where, like, it will actually upgrade your magical rod into something else. And actually, yeah, if you notice something real quick on the map, you can see that, like, you can actually fit, like, level 3 right into level 6 just fine, actually, in terms of, like, the map and such. And actually, that was done intentional. Pretty much that was done intentional by the game designers to pretty much, like, make sure that, like, all the dungeons and everything that they have planned and everything fit on the piece of paper that, like, they were designing the dungeons on to begin with.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna at least try to see if I can get a heart from this hole, so I can. No. Well, I'll take a ruby, too. Okay, now, there is another old man secret right here.